Assalamualaikum to Dr. Diana and all our fellow classmates. Today, our group will be presenting our group assignment. Let me introduce you my group member first. We have Muhammad Mior, Mior Muhammad Amirul, Farina Jeffrey, myself, Nur Idayu, Rauha Umilia, and Nur Ifa Iwani. So a little introduction about our group assignment. So our client, which is Chempaka Community Hospital, wants to build a large new wing, but it will require tearing down 2 historic buildings near the hospital area. Some objections were already being articulated by local historical society there, and this has raised concern to our client as the objection will disrupt the application process and at the same time delay the construction project. We realize the importance of community support for the project's success. Thus, our company has formed a special team to help Chempaka Community Hospital with this matter. The team outlined a strategic plan that can help Chempaka Community Hospital to gain community approval and support towards its project, also to avoid negative publicity before, during, and after the construction. So the planning framework will include SWOT analysis, launching an issue advocacy, negotiate, appointing credible spokesperson, issue press release, conduct press conference, and perform CSR. So in front of your screen right now is the SWOT analysis that we have made. Let me tell you a little bit about SWOT analysis. So it is a study or evaluation to identify an organization's strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats. The finding of our SWOT analysis towards the hospital and the upcoming construction project are as follows. So the strength is the hospital is the respected community hospital, and it have good reputation as well as monetary capability. The project able to generate more than 100 new jobs to the community, able to provide better healthcare services, and increase capacity to receive patients. In terms of weaknesses, previously the hospital unable to cater increased amount of patients and lack of new facilities. The project required tearing down 2 historical buildings. The opportunity, the hospital received strong support from internal stakeholders and some external stakeholders, meaning that not everyone is disagree with the project. And the project site is located nearby the hospital. Thus, the decision to build the new wing there is logical. The threats is the good reputation of the hospital might be at risk. And as for the project, the local the local historical society group might run a campaign against the project, or running an organization boycott or even demonstration to stop the project. The next thing that we will do is to launch an issue advocacy. So issue advocacy is a part of corporate advertising that aims to influence opinion. Issue advocacy is an approach often used by organizations to address threats that were projected towards them, either from government or special interest groups. The threats are usually related to a controversial subject. The use of issue advocacy can be traced back to the late 1970s and early 1980s, where the business organizations started applying it to respond to anti-business media. Fox 1986 mentioned that the term issue advocacy is employed to explain advertising which responds to issue that affect and influence by certain party. He also stated that the issue advocacy should be utilized to enhance the organization trustworthiness among the public and already favor among the public that already favor the organization. So taking this information into consideration, we have decided to employ issue advertising as one of our strategies to influence good public opinion towards the hospital's project. The construction of the hospital new wing is a controversial subject because it requires developers to destroy two historical buildings standing on the construction site. Thus, we believe using issue advocacy is a perfect approach to respond to public concern about the rumors. Apart from that, words or slogans such as help for a better community, help for an economic development, and help for a brighter future will be used in each of our advertising campaigns. The idea to use simple yet powerful words that can influence people. We have taken the advertisement used by UCBs on their social change campaign as an example, especially their Food for Life campaign, that in our opinion is very powerful, influential, and effective. Through Help for a Better Community, we aim to explain how the establishment of the new hospital's wing will increase the capacity to receive patients. The hospital will not only able to treat more people but give better treatment too, because the new wing will have better medical equipment and facility. Thus, the long run effect is the health necessity of the nearby community will be better served. We believe that a healthier community will develop a better community, and this is exactly what we aim to highlight in our advertising campaign. Through Help for an Economic Development, for example, we want to emphasize how the project will be able to generate more than 100 jobs for the local community. At this time, at the same time, it will help lower down unemployment rate in that community. More people will have source of income, and thus they can live better, and some of them can get out of poverty. Persuasion theory will be applied in our issue advocacy to increase the effectiveness of the issue. Persuasion theory is a mass communication theory that aims to change the attitude of the targeted audience. We decided to apply this theory because we want to influence opinion and at the same time influence their attitudes towards the hospital and the project as well. So next.
So I will continue my part, which is negotiation. Our group had decided to do negotiation between both party, which is the hospital and the historical society. So basically, negotiation happen when people cannot achieve their target without cooperation and collaboration with others. People negotiate by persuading others to agree with their point of view. So we are decide to using a negotiation approach to make a deal between the hospital and the historical society. So the negotiation theory to be used in this discussion is log rolling. So basically log rolling is effective for negotiation that has more than one conflicting issue that are of different priority to achieve. Log rolling also allow a negotiator to be sure of his or her own goals, but also the other side's priorities. And then the winning party must be in exchange with the other negotiator. So this means that the other negotiator not lose, but they just give in and still get what they want. So this is called a win-win situation. Okay, next. So how the process of negotiation? So we decide to do before the negotiation process happen. We suggest both do a survey and questionnaire to the public to get a vote on whether the public agrees to develop a hospital or a historic place. If the hospital wins, we will suggest to the Historical Society that all exhibition and history in the building will be displayed in the new building. And beside, the name of this hospital will also be named in the name of the collapsed historical building. So this situation is a win-win situation because both party, which is the hospital and the historical society, they get what they want. So next.
Hi, so I will present part of spokesperson, which is usually consists of a director of corporate communication who works in the marketing division of a company. So a spokesperson refers to a person who disseminates information for the benefit of a company. Thus, the spokesperson of this company serves as a professional who conveys information in media interviews. Usually, a company spokesperson will be invited by the media to represent his or her organization to deliver information to the public. The conference is usually done face-to-face or through an online platform such as email, Zoom, Skype, and others, according to the demands set by the media. These spokespersons are needed to enhance the image and reputation of the organization. This spokesperson plays an important role because the audience will be attracted and believe in the message conveyed by the spokesperson. Furthermore, if the speaker delivers the message with confidence and precision, then the recipient will also receive the message with confidence. The appointed spokesperson should acknowledge who its audience are to ensure effective communication. In this particular case, the target audience is the local historical community and the general community nearby Cepaka Community Hospital. Before proceeding with information delivery, the spokesperson must have a competent knowledge of the hospital. He Besides that, he or she must possess the ability to provide clear and understandable information. The application of persuasion techniques is essential as well. This because a spokesperson's responsibility includes to persuade and negotiate. In this case, he or she should communicate reliable information, address the public concern regarding the project, and at the same time, stably and politely persuade the targeted audience to believe and accept the information given. As for the spokesperson for our client, we have decided to appoint two spokespeople, which is first the project leader of the construction project and the director of Chief Executive Officer, which is CEO of Cepaka Community Hospital. The reason behind the selection of the project leader as a spokesperson is due to his or her knowledge of the project. Thus, he will be able to deliver information and answer media questions with confidence. So that's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
So I will continue. We agree to do press release to announce about information regarding to this crisis to public. So what is press release? A press release is a formal and official statement that announces something newsworthy. The information was provided in a press release to members of the news media to convey information, making an official statement, or giving an announcement to get coverage and get noticed by a target audience. So press releases are important to announce about the service or what is happening or the current issue. Next. So what we're gonna discuss in this in press release? A press release is needed to convey information to the public about a hospital that wants to expand with a large new wing. Then we're gonna discuss about the benefit of this hospital, such as providing many job opportunities to the local, better healthcare service, and so on. So in this press release also, we are aware of the case of demolishing the historic building. We also will inform the public about the development of the project so everyone can follow the latest update in this press release. So in this press release, we are using the concept of the 5 Ws and 1 H will help the reader to understand the general concept of the article most easily and effectively. The example of the 5W is like who, what, where, when, why, and how. Who is the organization involved? What is the issue about? Where is the issue took place? When the construction will start and estimate to finish? Why the hospital want to build a new wing? And how will the project be conducted? So the why question will contain the answer that indicate the hospital lack of space does lead to the project. Also, the why we as well answer why the project should be supported in this press release. So next.
So I will continue the present about press conference. We will use press conference for this particular construction. So first of all, press conference is forum used as a platform to respond to public concern. Press conference can be live through Facebook, YouTube, other social media, and the older generation always using television. In other words, a press conference is a medium to convey information with a purpose. Besides that, in this particular press conference, regarding the Cempaka Community Hospital upcoming construction, project will be disseminated through television. Also, the live recording of the press conference will be broadcast on an online platform such as channel TV3. Next, press conference is aimed to justify our client decision to encourage the hospital building and help to make community aware of the purpose and help to explain the issues. Press conference also must know the suitable location to implement. This is because to get the audience, the amount of audience, and to justify our client decision to enlarge the hospital building to the local history society. And press conference can be an agreement between two parties and speech by selected spokesperson. Basically, selected spokesperson will communicate information regarding the construction project and ensure media question on behalf of hospital. Spokesperson will address the issue regarding the historical building. That's all from me, and I will pass to the next person.
Okay, this is my part. CSR, corporate social responsibility. The first CSR aims to strike a balance between an organization grow and it is its responsibility to future value of the society. For example, we will contract a plan to conduct a free health program for the local community in the hospital area, and we provide by the hospital best the nurse, doctor, and specialist. The program we will conduct like a medical checkup, diagnosis, treatment, and concern for the baby, children, and the pregnant mother. And then CSR has also create program for the poor, street children, and homeless care activity for homeless people or refugees. For example, CSR serve a tool to set a balance between an organization grow and its social responsibility to the community around it. Then CSR also been regarded as an effective initiative that can contribute to society. Then CSR dia include business responsibilities as economy, legal, ethical, and philanthropy. Then, for example, we decide to conduct a CSR program to increase good public perception of the Cempaka Community Hospital. And then CSR-oriented management is viewed as an extension of traditional management strategy theory. For example, we believe that this CSR will bring a positive impact to the upcoming construction project. As the community, we will see how the hospital care for its stakeholder. Other than opinion on the project to see the benefit that will bring to the community. And then CSR is incredibly important in organization to boost a company reputation. For example, uh, we can be used to handle possible then treat or crisis in the future that try from the construction project and save the company from reputation damage. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
The conclusion is all the outline plan that we have made is set to ease the application process that made by the community hospital as well as ease the construction project, and at the same time maintain the good reputation that it has since the beginning of its establishment, before, during, and after the construction. So thank you for listening to our presentation.